What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 2 of our Saskatoon Berries custom franchise, our expansion draft franchise. Thank you so much to everyone who checked out episode 1, whether it was through the live stream or through the recently added edited version for you. I hope you all had a great time. I'm loving playing Out of the Park Baseball 25. So today we are checking out, it is Canada Day, July 1st in our franchise. So we're going to check out the standings. We're going to see how the team is doing. We're going to make our way through to the All-Star game. We are going to then be able to do the amateur draft. That is what this episode is all about. We need to find some top prospects. We need to find and build this team, and we need an update of where we are at. So first off, let's go check out Major League Baseball standings for us. Remember, we've gone to a 4-division standing setup. The top 2 teams in each division make the playoffs, and then the wild card has 2 wild card teams. So there you can see right down in the AL West where we find the Saskatoon Berries. We are over 500 as of July 1st. We are 42-41. I never thought we'd be this good, but we're above 500. We're 6 games back of the Minnesota Twins for first in the division. The Astros and Rangers are battling out, but check out the wild card standings there. The Berries are actually 3.5 games out of a wild card spot, which is absolutely insane. I thought we were going to be absolutely dreadful. So we need to go check out our manager's office, look at our goals. The number 1 goal this season is don't suck completely. We are crushing that. We are 42-41. I've been looking at it. Looks like as long as our winning percentage is above .430, then we are crushing that goal. We still need to find an upgrade at second base. You can see our second baseman, Kevin Biggio, is atrocious, but it is what it is. We'll have to try and upgrade at second base. Have a final total balance of $26 million. We have projected balance of $16 million. Although, the way I'm looking at it, I think I have very much over budgeted for our amateur draft and international free agent signings. So hopefully that's the case, and we can add a bunch more money to that. I think I have something like $37 million budgeted towards just that because I want to find as many prospects, and we need to draft as many good players and get them signed, even if it's over slot. We have to find a top 20 prospect. We have Edgar Zamudio. He ranks right around number 84 right now in Major League Baseball. So he's on the top 100 list, which I just took a look at not that long ago. So he definitely is in the top 100. He's a 16-year-old center fielder. He's currently with our A-ball team in Medicine Hat. So that's really cool. Hopefully we can build this up. We need to build a top 6 minor league system. That's going to take some time. We are at one time, we're 27th. We're down to 29th. And when you see our minor league update, you're really going to understand we are terrible. We've signed so many minor league free agents, and we're just awful. Our team chemistry is super high, and we need to keep building our team up to reach the playoffs. We have a chance this year. You never know. I didn't expect us to be in this place on July 1st, but we need to see where we can go. As you can see in our last game, we got shut out by Minnesota, which is the top team in our division currently. So let's go check out the team, see how they're doing. Let's start off, just go team home screen. So our team lineup, this is the primary lineup. Jorge Mateo, he's been hurt. He's hitting around 200. I don't know how we're winning games with a leadoff hitter hitting 200. He does have a bunch of stolen bases. I believe we can see it there. Maybe not. He has terrible on base. He has terrible slug. I don't know how we're winning games. He hasn't been great. He's been injured though. Nick Madrigal has been a decent contact hitter, hitting 249. No pop. Blaine Krim has been on an absolute tear. And I want to say this: he's at 10 home runs, 35 RBIs. We actually sent Blaine Krim down to the minors in AAA for a while. Then Joey Votto got hurt. We brought him back up. He's been on an absolute tear. Kevin Pillar has been one of our best hitters. 17 home runs, 43 RBIs from Kevin Pillar is insane. I never would have believed it. Blake Sable and Connor Wong have been so consistent. They've both been hitting right around 300 most of the year. Not a lot of pop from Sable. Connor Wong has played a bunch of different positions. He's been really, really good. As you can see there, Kevin Biggio has been bad. Mitch Hanigerman is awful. I tried to trade him. Nobody wants Mitch Haniger. I don't know what we're going to do with him. I'm hoping he opts out at the end of the year with his player option. If not, it's going to hurt us financially. And Mauricio Dominon has been a solid center fielder. Our starting pitching has been decent, actually. Ryan Pepio hasn't been great, 2-6, 4.98 ERA. But Dane Dunning and Kyle Muller are holding this team together. Dunning 8-4, 3.48 ERA. Kyle Muller 6-1. He actually just suffered his first loss, 3.40 ERA. They've both been very, very good. Brendan McKay has been improving. He's been used more as a follower, so we've had an Oper, and he's the bulk man kind of after. And Jose Urquidy has actually probably been better than a 3-8 record. Our bullpen, Reynaldo Lopez has been unreal. He's our closer. Now you will say, going back to episode 1, Shane, you had James Karinchak, your top overall player, as your closer. Yeah, he's gone. He blew 4 saves his first 10, I think, opportunities, 9 opportunities. He's blowing saves left and right. So we traded him. I'll show you who we traded him for, a couple of prospects. Alex Vesia has been good. Abner Uribe is improving. Josh Fleming is what he is. Taylor Saucedo spent time in the minors and now has been back up and has been really, really good. I think he came up when Karinchak was traded. So that's kind of the majority of our bullpen. So we can see we're really relying on Dane Dunning, Kyle Muller, and then the bullpen figuring it out. Our offense has not been good at all, but we are what we are. Some couple of things you might be looking at, our lineups. We have a couple other players to look at. Joey Bart has been catching for us as well. He's hitting 270, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. He's been very, very good. Vidal Brujan filled in for a while, 249, 1 homer, 12 RBIs. He filled in when Mateo was hurt. He's been solid for us. I really appreciate that. And Pablo Reyes is up with us now as our utility guy, hitting 242, 485 slug, though, very nice for him, as well as Garrett Hampson gets some games for us. He has a lot of speed for us off the bench. He's not playing a ton. So you see there, Joey Votto as a big name that we drafted. Joey Votto is currently on a minor league rehab stint. He was injured, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with him. He might not come back at all because he's been hitting around like 180. He and Mitch Haniger have been complete total busts. In the minor leagues, I will show you what our minor league teams look like. They're not going to be good. I'll show you who we traded for as well. The Regina Red Sox, our AAA team, are 22-65. They are dreadful, but they are not our worst minor league team, believe it or not. In the minors, Brennan Davis is the man that we traded James Karinchak for. We traded him to the Cubs. Davis is a fairly highly thought of prospect. In AAA, he's hitting 241, 8 home runs, 16 RBIs. He does have a 500 slug, though, 366 on base. So those are some very good numbers. He's been decent for us on a team that is very, very bad. He's been in a cold slump right now. His morale isn't good because he's in a slump, but he is doing what we need. Joey Votto has been good in the minors. Raimel Tapia has been solid. Vinny Capra has been solid in the minors. We've had actually a AAA team. The lineup has been very good. As you can see there, Riley Adams has been good. Michael Beltre. So we do have some players hitting well in AAA. Our minor league system is atrocious in terms of pitching. They're getting shelled left and right, especially at AAA. AA team, the Moose Jaw Mill Express, they're even worse. They're 13-68. I don't know what to do with our AA team. I don't know what to do. Stephen Layton has been really good. Other than that, we don't have a lot going on. We do have, I don't know where he is now, we do have a young pitcher we traded for as well at the AA level. He was part of the Karinchak deal. He's been solid at AA. I don't see him on here right now. Let's see if we can find him. Richard Gallardo. Richard Gallardo at AA is been very, very solid. Well, he's really on one start. Couple starts, he's at a 135 ERA. He was up at AAA for a bit. He got shelled. I moved him back to AA. So Richard Gallardo, a 22-year-old righty, is another guy with a 43 potential, so hopefully he can work out along with Brendan Davis. As for our A-ball team, our high A-ball team, the Weyburn Beavers, yeah, they're 15-66, just like our AA team. They're getting shelled. The pitching is getting shelled. They've actually had a couple decent pitchers, given the fact that they're getting absolutely just blown out. Paul Rashawn and Aiden Hill have actually been kind of decent. Their offenses, other than Steele Walker and Alex Hall, it's been really, really bad. I'd like to move Alex Hall up, but I don't have a catcher to send back down. So that's kind of the way it's been working out there. The A-ball team, the Swift Current 57s, have actually been a little bit better, 23-54. They can't hit. They can pitch a little bit. Their bullpen is getting lit up, though. They do have a couple pitchers, Josh White in particular, who's been pretty good for them. End of the rookie league, the Medicine Hat Mavericks are the only other decent team in our organization. They are 27 and 25. They have some decent hitters, although they're a little bit older here. Kim is 24 and is in rookie ball. That's not the best situation. We have Edgar Zamudio right here. Let's show you Edgar. This is our highly rated prospect. You can see the potentials there. So currently he's at a 20 contact, but 60 potential. 20 batting average balls in play, avoid Ks, but you can see the green bars out there, the gap power potentials. Power potential 60. Remember, this is a scale up to 80. So anything above 50 is really, really good. His decent enough eye. He's likely to be a corner outfielder. Right now he's playing center field for us. At the rookie league, he's only hitting 164. He's striking out a lot, but he is showing some potential in terms of some pop. So he's not had a good year, but he's only 16 years old, and we've moved him out of the rookie league complex into A ball, or into the rookie league, sorry. So hopefully he has a good finish to the season. So that's an update of where the team is at. We need to take ourselves to the All-Star game on July 7th, as well through the festivities there. And we are looking for, there it is, on July 11th at Texas, our first year player draft, where I believe we hold the number 2 pick. Let's double check our draft order. Yes, the number 2 overall pick. Our slot value is $8.33 million. We're probably going to go over that because I need to get as many players as possible. And we can see the draft pool here. And you can see some of these potentials. These are just the pitchers. We have some pitchers with some decent potentials, but there's a couple of hitters in particular. There is a hitter with a 78 potential, PJ Morlando. He's a catcher. He's going to be a demanding $10 million. He's going to be extremely hard for us to sign. But that is the player that we really desperately need to get someone in that top 100. He has incredible power and power potential. He's a catcher, but he can play some outfield. So maybe, just maybe, he will make it to us. So we have 3 games left with Portland and 3 with the Angels. As you can see from the standings down here, we actually lead the Portland Beavers by 2 games, and we lead the Angels by 4 games. So hopefully we can pick up some wins here. As a team, we are currently 28th in the league in runs, 26th in average. We're tied for 31st in home runs. Ouch, in a 32-team league now. But we are 7th in ERA. We don't strike anybody out, and we play average defense. So let's see if we can get ourselves some wins here. Zach Little against Brendan McKay. Let's see what we can do. So game 1 of the Portland series. Unfortunately, the Berries drop a 2-1 game here. Brendan McKay pitched decently, went 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs. We couldn't get anything going against their bullpen or Zach Little, so we have dropped back to 500. Game 2, once again, the Berries dropped this time a 4-1 decision. We just can't get any offense going against the Portland Beavers. You check out their team there. Couple RBIs from Mark Mathias. Unfortunately, Kiss can't get anything going. Jose Urquidy takes another loss, giving up 3 runs. Cutter Crawford, their ace, goes 7 1/3, and unfortunately, we drop another Berries game. Looking for the win in Game 3 of the series, we see Blaine Crim has hit an achievement on-base streak. First time, 31-game on-base streak for Blaine Crim, our first baseman. I said he has been on a tear. Very, very good for Blaine Crim. Unfortunately, we drop a 5-4 decision and are swept by the Portland Beavers, dropping our season total to 42-44. That really hurts as we drop a game behind the Beavers. So we need to rebound here against the Angels in our final series before the All-Star break. I just want to take a quick look at the international complex. We have added some players. You can see our top guy at the international complex still, Juan Salinas, a starting pitcher with a 43 potential. We have a shortstop, Juan Ramirez, with a 42 potential. So we are starting to find a couple guys that have some potential for potentially making the major leagues, a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds that we're trying to build our organization with. That takes us into a series with the LA Angels. In Game 1, Griffin Canning goes against Dane Dunning, a big-time pitching matchup. We desperately need a win after being swept. And in Game 1 of the series, we drop a 5-3 decision. We just cannot seem to get anything going. 4 straight losses now. I believe that's actually now 5 straight losses for the team, dropping us 3 games under 500. Not looking good. We are getting closer to trade deadline, so there's a bunch of trades being made as well. Unfortunately, we just don't have anything of value to anyone on the trade block. As we get closer to the trade deadline, I'll definitely update you on, see if we can make some moves. I really, really want to ship out Mitch Haniger's contract, but let's face it, nobody wants that contract because of that player option. So let's see. Game 2, Chase Silseth, Kyle Muller. We need basically our ace for the year, Muller, to step up here in game 2 to get ourselves a big win. Let's see if the Berries can pull out the victory. And no, we drop another one, 6-4 to the Angels. We now drop back into a tie with the Angels, 10 games back in the division. This season's falling apart quite quickly. We do have some news, though, in the prospects game. Starter Richard Gallardo is going to represent the Berries. He is the pitcher that we picked up in the trade for James Karinchak. All-star game rosters have been announced as well. Jason Foley, our reliever, has made the All-Star team, so congratulations to Jason Foley. In real life, he is a Detroit Tiger. Connor Wong is a catcher who has made the All-Star team. 277 on the season, 309, 457 slash. And we have our final game before the break. It's going to be Patrick Sandoval against Brendan McKay. Of course, Brendan McKay is our follower. It's the last game before the All-Star break, and hopefully we can pick up a win going in here because the Berries desperately need some good fortunes heading into the All-Star break and the amateur draft. And we get it, a 2-1 10-inning win over the Angels. We now sit at the All-Star break at 43-46. We are 2 games back of our expansion cousins, the Portland Beavers, 3 back of the Astros, 5 back of the division placement, and the wild card, we sit 6 games back. So hopefully we can add some players here at the amateur draft that can help us in the next couple seasons. So here we go. We're going to get going with their amateur draft, first-year player draft. Let's start the draft. We have the number 2 overall pick. Let's get things going here. A right fielder, Charlie Condon, with the first overall pick. So now we have to look at ourselves here. PJ Morlando is definitely the best player. In terms of the mock drafts was looking at taking Tommy White or PJ Morlando. So we have taken PJ Morlando at our first pick. We've offered him the slot draft. We have offered him the slot signing bonus, so we'll see what happens there. So now we have to wait until round 2. So we're going to auto draft until we pick again here. I like this Cole Mathis, 20-year-old. He's 7-5, got a nice ERA, decent Ks, K per inning, solid player here, solid stuff potential, 50, movement 50. Those are very solid numbers. 65 overall potential here in terms of pitcher. He does play a little bit of infield as well, kind of a bit of a two-way guy. Solid potential in his fastball, curveball, changeup, cutter, all kind of average. But the fact he doesn't want a huge amount of money is huge for us because there's some very difficult to sign players here. There's also Levi Sterling, but we're going to go Cole Mathis, and we're going to meet his demand, $750,000 demand. We're going to draft, well, actually just draft the player. We can always meet the demand later. So we're going to draft Cole Mathis, a right-handed starter in round 2. The other shortstop, Theo Gillen, also solid contact, even more power, I would say, actually with more speed. So I like this. Theo Gillen is going to be our shortstop drafting here. We are going to offer him slot at this time and see what can happen there. So shortstop Theo Gillen in the 3rd round for the Berries. Brings us to round 4. Once again, Ben Reeland is still there. Malachi Knight is a right fielder. We had some normal signing, a very easy signing here. Let's take a look at Dylan Dreiling. Definitely a power player, a decent enough speed as well. 26 overall right now, 39 potential, which can grow. Corner outfielder. I like the thought of a little bit of power with Dylan Dreiling, and more importantly, a player we should be able to sign fairly easily. So we're going to add Dylan Dreiling here, and we will offer him slot money. Check this out. Kason Evans is definitely a gem that we need to add. Yes, he's going to be hard to sign. We will offer him slot money here. Let's just say RJ Sales. His fastball, slot, curveball. There's a lot of work to do here, but RJ Sales, 20-year-old, a little bit older. Let's go with him. So we're going to draft right fielder Ivan Brethrow, something like that. I don't know. As a right fielder to add to our draft pool, and we'll continue on with the draft, see what we can find for the berries. We're going to add center fielder Nate George, very fast player in center field, so we're going to add him. Looking to add a little bit more to our outfield was kind of the thought here. We'll see if we can get him signed as well. I'd like to add some more now in terms of pitchers. This Nick Conti, I've gone back and forth on him. I do view him as a reliever for sure. So we're going to add Nick Conti, see if we can add some relievers. We know that our minor league system at this point is absolutely terrible. So if we can add any depth in terms of our pitching, that's very, very important to us. Another reliever, we're going to add Zach Carroll. He throws a screwball. I just want to play with a screwball. So we are going to add Zach Carroll, a reliever, college reliever as well. And we're going to add starter Kyson Witherspoon. Not very good right now, but he's got a lot of pitches that had a lot of potential. So we're going to see if we can draft Kyson Witherspoon here. Add another starter, add another pitcher to this organization. And we have Storm Heyerholzer will be our next starter we're going to draft. Continue to add to that pitching staff that just needs so much love for the berries, especially in the minor leagues. I just want to keep adding starter after starter because I know what we have in the minors just is not good. Another starter, lefty Blaze Grove. Like I said, continuing to add pitching. And now we'll finish off with some hitters to end this off. We'll add right fielder Tyree Reed. Feel like we've added a bunch of right fielders, so hopefully they can move around a little bit for this team through the minor league system. And we'll add a first baseman here. Actually, Justin Trimble is a player who can play all over, 6'4". So maybe we'll develop some power potential from him. We'll add another catcher here as well. I believe Colin Mowry. Got some power potential. That's kind of what we're looking for in the late rounds. We know our home ballpark doesn't allow for a lot of home runs, but we'll see what we can do there. A lot harder to find any players with real potential, so we're going to take reliever Omar Serrano, and you never know what you can get down here in round 18. And we're going to take one more reliever, Luke Sutko. We've drafted a lot of pitchers, hoping to build our minor league system. We do have some decent hitters. Our first overall pick, I think, is going to be huge for us. Now the question is, can we sign our players? We're going to offer PJ Morlando $9.5 million. That's getting close to his $10 million demand. So hopefully this is going to help us out here. And we're going to hold off on Kason Evans to see what he's thinking. Although I do think I'm going to have budget to sign all of these players. So we'll see what happens. Out of the All-Star break, the Berries drop 3 out of 4 to Texas. We are in free fall mode at the moment, 44 and 49. We started this above 500. I don't know what's going on. Absolute free fall mode. Joey Votto is back with the team. We just moved him off of his rehab stint back to the majors, so we'll see what happens there. So we have signed the first of one of our draft picks in the first 5 rounds. We have signed starter Kason Evans. She is now with the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Starting pitcher, 20 overall, 45 potential. He's a fly ball pitcher, kind of finesse style. They say projected role is going to be bullpen. He looks currently strictly bullpen. Future, we're looking like a starter, so hopefully he can develop very high potential fastball, curveball, and changeup. Only 18 years old, so we will see what we can get out of Kason Evans. I believe is our 5th round draft pick. The others we're still in negotiations with. We'll see what happens. So huge news. I don't know today. I screwed up. I rusted it. Our catcher, 2nd overall draft pick in the 1st round, PJ Morlando, has apparently broken off talks with us. So oh no, what are we going to do? We will get a high-end draft pick compensation from next year, but that really stung. Apparently I need to meet his demands. We are learning. Hey, we're learning he's a high school catcher. He's going to go to college, apparently, re-enter the draft next year. So maybe we'll have a chance to he changes his heart here, but it doesn't look like it. There's a bunch of trades being made, so we're going to go a little bit further here. And in the next episode, we will be looking at the trade deadline. So we are making a huge deal just before the trade deadline. In fact, about 10 days before the trade deadline. The Padres came to us with a deal. We've kind of mixed and matched here. We're going to trade our closer once again, Reynaldo Lopez. Now, here's what you need to know about Lopez. He has been fantastic for us. Absolutely incredible. 2.20 ERA. I forget how many saves. 20 saves for us, but it's his contract. This year, it's at $4 million. The next 2 years, it jumps to $11 million each season as he gets to age 33. I don't want to be paying that, especially if I have to figure out a way to get out of the Mitch Haniger deal. So we also have trading Pablo Reyes, who's been back and forth from the majors and the minors with us. I understand he's kind of a depth guy. He is a 41 overall right now. He plays everywhere. He's kind of a utility guy. That's all he'd be for us. He did well enough for us in the majors. AAA, he was very, very good. And we're going to trade our AAA catcher as well, Riley Adams, in this deal. We have Connor Wong. Blake Sable can play some catcher. Joey Bart can play like catcher. We're set at the major league right now at the catching position, I feel like. So we are going to get back 2 prospects. Center fielder Jacob Marcy. As you can look here, 36 overall, 42 potential, but what I really like, he's got a very solid eye, decent enough power, 65 speed for a center fielder. He can play the corners as well. I like what I look here. And when you look at his numbers in first off in AA, well, high A ball, and then AA in 24 games, 106 plate appearances. He's hitting 351. Just looks like a stud at the AA level. So Jacob Marcy, only 23 years old. That's a very good pickup for us, I think. But the big thing I'm looking forward to, Josh Mears at the high A ball, but look at this potential already. Gap power 60, looking to get 65, 60 to 70 potential for power. The eye is solid. Not a great contact hitter. He's going to strike out, but a solid line drive guy. 38 overall, 51 potential. This year, high A ball, 20 home runs, 49 RBIs. Yes, he struck out 104 times. We're going to bank on a real power threat. So it's very difficult, I think, to find power in baseball. So we're going to do this trade here. And I absolutely loving what we see as we approach the trade deadline. Trade has been completed. This is huge for us. We also signed our 2nd round draft pick, starter Cole Mathis, 20 overall, 46 potential. He is with the Medicine Hat Mavericks. We're going to leave him there for now as well. He's also a finesse pitcher. How about that? Fastball, curveball, changeup, cutter for the righty out of, where did we get him out of? Out of College of Charleston. So he's going to be with the Mavericks for the rest of the year as well. To cap things off here, we have signed prospect Dylan Dreiling, who was a, I believe, 3rd round draft pick for us, 4th round draft pick. We're still working with our 3rd round draft pick, Theo Gillen. Hopefully I'll update that in the next episode. But there you have it. We have gone through our minor league draft. We currently, at this time of recording, we are currently sitting in 12 games out of the division, 46 and 52. So it's been a rough run for the Berries. But in the next episode, we are going to have the trade deadline. Looks like some teams are interested in our relievers. Maybe we can pawn off Mitch Haniger on someone and maybe give Joey Votto a new home. Who knows what can happen? Thank you so much for checking in, and I hope you really enjoy this content. If you're into this content, make sure you comment down below. Go Berries, go. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so hopefully you are too. And until next time, go check out some of the previous videos on 3 Up, 3 Down, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.